Vanpowers was kind enough to invite me to their test ride event at Crazy Bear Bikes in Laverne, California for their new Grand Teton electric mountain bike. Here's my first impressions. Let's get into it. I actually made a promo trailer for this e-bike. Check it out below. And if you like my content, consider subscribing. Feel free to like the video, all that good stuff. Thanks. Okay, so this is the new Grand Teton. Comes in the Pro and the Ultra version. Looks absolutely incredible. I love the sort of Penrose steps going on in the middle and the big fat tires. These taillights are the coolest taillights I've ever seen on any e-bike ever. Honestly gives it cyber bike vibes. Let me know what you think of the design in the comments. Now the Ultra model that I was riding has a mid-drive motor, so no throttle. The Pro does come with a throttle if you're into that. It's limited to 20 miles an hour on both the Pro and the Ultra. The event was well organized and everyone was very kind and supportive. Even got some dope goodies, which I'll definitely be using. Now, I was not the only one here, so there was not a ton of time to get real in-depth footage of both models. Thankfully, I have an early prototype version at home. I've actually had it for months now, but it's been hush-hush until now. All right, so here's where we went. We went from Crazy Bear Bikes around Brackett Field Airport into a San Dimas hiking area where we were told to let loose and thrash our bikes. And that's what we did. So my thoughts on the Grand Teton from this test ride. For one, the terrain of this trail was very rocky and was a test for probably any mountain bike. But I'm gonna just call it the GT for now. The GT actually kind of took it like a champ. Context here, this is a 66-pound electric mountain bike, so you will not be as nimble as a regular mountain bike. And that's just the deal you get when you get an e-mountain bike. Thankfully, the brakes are strong. It's not like a switch like the higher end e-mountain bikes like a Giant or something like that, but it's plenty. I kept it in boost mode, which is the fastest mode, and that was super fun on the smoother bits. It kind of just glides over smoother terrain. Again, it's a hefty boy. I'm gonna use a car analogy here, but it's gonna oversteer in turns and curves, so weight management will be a skill you need to master for sure. It's not the bike's fault, it's just the physics of a heavier bike. The ride itself was really plush on the road, probably one of the most plush e-bikes on the road I've ever felt, thanks to its very beefy suspension. But it was a bit harsher than I'd like on the arguably pretty rough trail. I just can't help thinking how this bike would be absolutely stellar if it had a full suspension. It looks like it should have one, which kind of makes it feel like it should have one. The last thing I'll mention is the motor is very strong on both the Pro and the Ultra. I appreciate Vanpowers for not skimping out on power on the cheaper version. The only thing that kind of bothers me though is it's limited to 20 miles an hour, which is such a shame because it propels you so effortlessly to 20 miles an hour. I honestly feel kind of blue-balled once the power cuts out at 20. Like the bike wants to give more, and it has more to give. I really hope Vanpowers gives us the option to unlock this to 28 miles an hour. That and a full suspension. This would easily compete with the big boys for sure. Overall, I'm left wanting more. Like, it was harsh on the rocky bits, but it never slipped up. It never felt like it was too much for the bike to handle. And I say Vanpowers has a strong track record. I loved their Urban Glide commuter e-bike. Check the link in the description for that review. Vanpowers has a 6-year frame warranty and a 2-year major component warranty, so you can have peace of mind. And this event was just a taste because they host offline cycling events pretty often, and they usually have plenty of people and lots of good deals. It's a fun bike, and I can't wait to show you guys the full review once I get my hands on the full production version. So make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss that video. Check out my promo video for this bike if you're interested. This is definitely an e-bike to look out for, so keep this in mind on the top of your list. So that's it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.